Hi guys, welcome to a special weekly roundup. I'm in St. Petersburg as we speak, and I have myself a nice fan ID, and I will be going off to watch England-Belgium match later. So unfortunately football isn't coming home. Fingers crossed I do come home, but let's see how the match plays out tonight. So yeah, I thought I'd give a very special roundup of what I've been up to this week and what I've been doing with you, sir. I think the biggest takeaway this week was my pension. So my pension came through on Wednesday. It took over 16 weeks to finally get registered with HMRC, with Empowered Pensions. It's been a long journey for those who've been following. I decided to document my adventure from knowing nothing to where I am now, and then hopefully into commercial conversion purchases. So now that's come through, I've got the CETVs, the cash equivalent transfer values. They're ready to transfer from my old pension with Shell, and with that, which is about £500,000, hopefully I can then open into commercial conversions, do a lot of interesting things. So keep following me with that, and I'll kind of explain what else I'm up to. For those who want to know a little bit more about transferring the pension over and how they can use it to help further their business and their property adventures, log onto my website and check out my blogs. You'll see everything from start to finish in there. What else I've been up to? So I think the biggest thing that I've done this week was my pitch deck, and I spent a lot of time putting that together. And for those who might not know what pitch deck is, it's ultimately the one way that you can get across to your investors exactly what you're about as a business and what your intentions are as potentially as a developer. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be in property, it can be anything. And there's some really good resources. If you type in the top 12 pitch decks of this century, you'll be able to find out Facebook's, LinkedIn's, Uber's, they're all there on the web. Seriously go in, check them out, see how they've done it, how many pitches they needed to get to their funding, and kind of read the story through. But ultimately what you need to be concentrating on is the CREST model, your credibility, your return, your exit, your security and trust. And those are the key things that you've got to weave in. Try not to spell it out too directly, but weave it into your pitch deck. You want to be memorable, because you remember, if you're going for investment, a lot of people are doing the same things, PowerPoint. Try and make yours stand out from the average other developer. Make it really focus on why you're the best, what your secret sauce is, that kind of thing. Make sure you explain what the challenge is and why your product then meets that. Be very clear in how you explain your product and make it a story, because ultimately everyone loves a story and that's what they want to kind of listen to. Make sure you include in your business model how you do it. So is it the BRR, you buy, refurbish, refinance, or is it something slightly more sophisticated? How are you going to get your revenue? Basically, how are they going to get paid? All of that builds into your pitch deck, and it's something that you should really kind of focus on, especially moving forward in your journey. Other things I've been up to, I've been doing my quarterly time tracker, or task tracker, whatever you'd like to call it. Basically what I do is every 3 months I'll sit down for a week or 2 weeks and literally map everything that I'm doing and record how much time I'm spending on it. It basically allows me to see where I'm spending most of my time, whether that's on the key income generating tasks, where am I making the most money, or quality time on that. And I can also find out, for instance, I'm now spending on 45 minutes a day getting ready. I don't know what I'm doing, because with this ugly mug I shouldn't need to spend that long. But yeah, so that you'll find out where you start to waste time, where you could be a bit more efficient. And some people do this kind of week in, week out. I know Steve Day and Kevin, they do it all the time. For me, I like to just do it every 3 months to calibrate, see where I'm going wrong or where I might need to focus in my time. So if you would like to know a little bit more about that on the spreadsheet that I use, feel free to contact me. I'm happy to send that across. In terms of things that haven't been so good, one of the property deals fell through. I was looking to buy 1 or 2 more single lets just to help kind of cash flow the business. I had a couple of changes of mind in terms of what I'm going to be doing and selling a few properties off. One of them actually fell through, which was a pain. one of our investors decided to pull out last minute. I went to try and get a mortgage, a buy-to-let mortgage, a commercial mortgage, but the vendor didn't want to do that, so he pulled out, and we lost a couple £100 with the survey and solicitor fees. But that's kind of life. You kind of got to move on, dust yourself down, and get on with it. So, you know, we're looking how we can improve the commercial conversion deal that I was talking about last week. That's moving on quite nicely. So fingers crossed, I will be able to tell you a little bit more. And come on, England. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Keep tuned. I'll be sending a couple of pictures as we go. And have a really good weekend. Cheers.